What is going on? It's that time before Sunday where you're making sure you're crossing your T's and dotting your I's. And what that actually means is you got to get a lineup in for the Sunday No House Advantage Pick'em contest. And I'm feeling pretty good about my week 3 picks. But as always, I've told you this many times, if you don't want to trust me, you don't want to trust a guy who looks related to the Karate Kid, then take yourself over to Stokastic, where they offer free projections for this specific contest. No House Advantage, free projections, and you can see what they like the most opposed to me. But I am feeling pretty good for this week. And if that's not enough for you, wait, there's more. Now, No House Advantage is actually offering that first match deposit up to $50. It was $25. We bumped it up because we're so sure you're going to like it over there. So if you click the link down below and register, you're a new user, you're going to get a first-time match deposit up to $50. Now, let me give you a couple of my sniffs, a couple of my picks. The first one I'm going to go with, we actually saw this last Thursday night. It ended up being absolutely brutal, but anytime you take a punch to the face, like you know how when somebody throws a punch, that's actually when they're the most susceptible to being countered. I don't know how I'm making this transition into why Juju Smith-Schuster is my favorite pick, but you saw him get the looks week 1. He seems to be the wide receiver that Patrick Mahomes trusts the most. He unfortunately went up against one of the best pass defenses in the league in the Chargers last week. They've had extra time to prepare. They're going to Indianapolis, where they've been struggling on both sides of the ball early this season, and in a game where they're 5 or 6 or 7 point favorites depending on where you bet them. I love the over on Juju Smith-Schuster's receiving yards. Then I'm going to go over to the Raiders-Titans game. Where did we see the Titans last? Oh, on Monday, getting absolutely shred through the air. We just found out that Hunter Renfrow isn't playing in this game. Now, you can take another Raiders receiver, or in my case, I'm taking the Darren Waller over on receiving yards. He's obviously going to be working the middle of the field. There's going to be no Hunter Renfrow this time around. You're going to have Devontae Adams taking double coverage because you just saw what Diggs did to them. Look for Darren Waller to you hate to use the term easily, but look for Darren Waller to easily surpass that yardage total. Next up, I'll be going down to Miami with Will Smith. Welcome to Miami, where Chase Edmonds isn't the starter. I'm going to go under on Chase Edmonds' rushing yards. And I know you're probably thinking that's a pretty low number, but when you look last week, he wasn't even their primary ball carrier. And now I'm starting to think when you look at how these two running backs go, Mostert's probably going to be the first and second down back for the majority of the work, and Edmonds may be their receiving back, just kind of like that complimentary role he played with James Conner last year. I think he's going back to that, and week 1 was just a product of Mostert not really being ready yet. So you got 2 chances to win this bet. I know it's a low number, but chance number 1, he just doesn't hit it even if he's the starter and primary running back. Or number 2, he doesn't really get the rushing opportunities to crack 39.5 yards. And number 3, by the way, that Bills front is pretty nasty. I'm going to take the under on Chase Edmonds' rushing yards. I think it's 39.5. This next one, in Chicago, it's going to be this is a sniff. This is a sniffer's delight. I'm taking the over 3.5 catches for Darnell Mooney. And I know you're thinking, you're taking a guy with 1 catch? This is where the sniffer comes in. Number 1, you're in a contest where you're trying to separate from the pack. Number 2, they obviously need to right this ship. When you're going to right the ship and get things right on offense, there's one place to do it. At home against a bad team. They're playing Houston at home. If Mooney can't get over 3.5 catches in this game, he probably won't do it all season. This is the optimal environment to get the passing game going. It was a disgrace. Usually when your team's a disgrace in prime time, it's the opposite the following week. So give me the over 3.5 catches for Darnell Mooney. And then lastly, give me the over 1.5 passing touchdowns for Matt Ryan. He's going to be facing the Chiefs, who have scored multiple touchdowns both weeks. Unless Jonathan Taylor is the primary beneficiary on the offense and he runs in a couple of touchdowns, they're going to need to score touchdowns. And if they ain't coming through Taylor, they're coming through Ryan. And we saw Michael Pittman is going to play in this game, so give me the over 1.5 touchdowns for Matt Ryan. Those are the 5 that I got for you. Juju Smith-Schuster over on receiving yards. I got the over on Darren Waller receiving yards. the under on Chase Edmonds rushing yards, the over on Darnell Mooney receptions, and then the over on Matt Ryan passing touchdowns. All right, good luck to all of you out there. I'll see you at the top of the standings. I'll see you at the end of Family Feud in the Fast Money round. Until next time, take it easy. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel here, and then remember to check out those Stokastic projections. They really are not just fantastic, they're Stokastic. That's something that reminds me of like Willy Wonka. Remember, like it's television. No, it's Wonka vision. All right, everyone, take it easy. I'll see you next time.